What's good, everybody? This is your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet. The brother who told you not to be taking that white woman across state lines on an airplane, but you did it anyway, and now your ass is being accused of sex trafficking. And I am black up in your face again with some more pro black commentary. So, this is going to be a short one, folks. This is something that just came across my news desk here and it's not something that I even plan to talk about today. But what got my attention is that the name of the brother that's in this story, I thought this was someone that I knew personally. So that's why I decided to read up on it. But it turned out it's not him, they just have the same name. But there was a black male named Anthony Williams. Him and his new bride were traveling on their honeymoon and they were on American Airlines. And as they were traveling, some passenger looked at them and thought that they were an odd couple, or I guess they shouldn't have been there, or something was going on. And he went and reported to the flight attendants and to the airline that he thought that Anthony Williams was sex trafficking this white woman. So once again, Anthony Williams, he just got married to this white woman and they're traveling for their honeymoon. and the people on the plane or someone on the plane thought that he was sex trafficking this white female. So American Airlines, for some strange reason, took this report seriously and they called the police. So when the flight landed, Anthony Williams and his wife are pulled off the plane and they're taken somewhere and they question them about, where they met, where they're going, all the typical, questions that they like to ask black people, making it seem as if this is still the early 1800s and we had to produce freedom papers and or better yet, it's the after slavery, and we're not supposed to be hanging around white women, definitely not supposed to be marrying them, right? So, this whole situation basically got blown out of proportion, and now Anthony Williams and his new wife are suing the airline, and they're actually not asking for much. It's only like not even six figures, if I'm not mistaken. They should be asking for like millions of dollars. That's what I would do in this situation. But I don't know what his lawyer advised for him. And the messed up part is Anthony Williams is a cop, and he was a cop anyway. He's retired now, but it looks like he went and got himself a nice little young white female. Even though she looks old to me, she doesn't really look that young. I don't know, I don't know what the height difference is. I'll have to find some more pictures of them because I only found the picture of them where they're sitting next to each other. So I can't tell if he's like taller or bigger than her. That's the only thing I can think of would make them think that, she's being sex trafficked because maybe she looks younger than he does or smaller than he does. But even so, there are people out there who have short wives. I don't see what the big deal is. One of my best friends in the world, his wife is shorter, way shorter than he is, right? She's tiny. But they should never think that you're a sex trafficker. Like what is that? Like what kind of accusation is that for just to randomly accuse somebody of that? You don't see any evidence of it. You just see these people hanging out on a plane or at the airport and you just accuse them of a crime like that. But when it's a black person or if it's a black man, especially, he's got himself a white woman, he must be doing something wrong, right? He must be pimping her or prostituting her or trafficking her somehow, right? That's they watch those movies. That's what us black guys do. We go around the country and we snatch up white women and we put them on the stroll. So now, like I said, this dude he's suing the airline, but it's ridiculous nowadays what we as black people have to go through. Well, I shouldn't even say these days. It's just ridiculous in America what us black people have to go through, right? You can't whatever mundane tasks you're doing, you can be accused of a crime or arrested for it. You know what I'm saying? Like going to the store, going on a trip, whatever, right? You can be accused of a crime just sitting there doing nothing, you know, and you know, then they wonder why we as black people get frustrated with this society when this is how we're treated just for doing everyday tasks. Everyone else can just go to and fro here and there without getting bothered. But, you know, now brothers, I'm letting you know you can't have yourself a white woman no more. They're taking it back to back in the day where they would kill you automatically just on the sight if they saw you even looking at a white woman. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't even, you know, I wonder what's going to happen to the passport bros. If this happened on a plane, you know they're going to be looking out for the passport bros. You guys can't even go overseas and get yourself a non-black woman anymore with long hair. You guys are going to be in trouble just for that. Like I said, I don't support the passport bro movement. I think it's ridiculous. But even I don't want you guys going to jail for something you're not doing, just for going and you know, does that mean you need to go to jail for being kind of coonish? You know, I don't think that's right. But, you know, I don't think you should be harassed either by people. That's messed up. So I don't know. Like you brothers out there that got white wives. And what's funny is like I said, the guy that I went to college with the same name, he does have a white wife. So I thought it was him. I was like, damn, he got caught up like that. But no, it's not him. But you know, I felt at first I thought it was him. Then I saw the picture. I was like, oh, that's not the Anthony that I know. But you know, he has a white wife as well, and you know, I know a lot of brothers out there who do have non-black wives. So you guys gotta be careful. They might just accuse you of sex trafficking. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want my brothers getting caught up in nonsense. And like I said, to the person, whoever that person was, first of all, that person that accused them of sex trafficking and the airline for taking that seriously and then just go tell that person to sit their ass down somewhere, right? I'd sue the both of them, not just if I'd find out who reported me and I want to sue him too, or her. It probably was a Karen, probably, right? Probably thought this white woman was in danger. she was scared it was going to be her. Whoever reported them probably thought it was going to be her that was sex trafficked next or something like that. But like I said, it's always interesting, and I'm almost 100% positive whoever reported them was a white person, because you know white people are notorious for not being able to mind their own business. You know, they see a black person anywhere that they think that black person is not supposed to be, they have a meltdown. And also, there's something interesting I want to bring up about this story that I noticed. So, you know, usually we see a lot of either content creators or just like posts on social media where if there's a black man with a white female, they'll showcase like black women being angry or saying like black women are hating on this brother for getting with a white woman, right? And you know, very recently this happened with like there was this college age football player who proposed to his white girlfriend, and you know everyone did like a video talking about like how black women are mad that this brother got a white female, right? And it's always interesting to me when I see these types of posts, just the wording that people use. Let's say like, oh, black women are mad, or black people are mad, or like I've even seen some people even said about that situation that black people were being racist against this black man proposing to his white girlfriend. But you know, when people use that type of terminology, they're not really speaking it correctly, right? It's if someone has an opinion about interracial dating, that's all it is. It's their opinion, and it's somewhere amorphous on the internet where it really doesn't mean anything, right? It's like and they'll make it seem like it's all black people or all black women. Most black people don't even know about that stuff. They don't even care what's going on in someone else's relationship, right? But you know, you'll have these content creators make something bigger just to, you know, put a spotlight on it and also to get views for themselves by causing controversy. But what you'll never see them do is in a situation like this, where a white person basically called the police on a black man and a white female and got these people into actual legal trouble. And, the airline got involved and the legal system got involved. You'll never hear them say, oh, these people are hating on interracial relationships. Like, they'll never bring that part of it up. They'll never say, you know, these people are being racist against this interracial relationship. Because I've always tried to explain to you all here that the people who really hate those relationships are those people like in this story. It's the overall society that hates those types of interracial relationships, right? They are the ones that don't approve of it, and they prove it every time is when they get the legal system involved in it. They're the ones who made laws against it. Black people had nothing to do with that, right? Like I said, black people might have an opinion on it, but that's all it is. It's an opinion. It's not bothering anybody for the most part. You can go get your snow bunny and go live in a whole different community and not have to hear from another black person ever again, right? A lot of these celebrities do the same thing over and over again, like Jaleel White and uh, uh, Alfonso Roberto. They'll make it seem like the black community is hating them for being with a white woman. No one cares, Negro. Have your white woman. A lot of you weren't even in the black community for a while anyway, and you can move away and not have to deal with black people ever again. But you have people in white society who will call the police on you and get you into legal trouble and try to have you arrested for being with a white woman. They'll just make up something like, oh, he must be trafficking this white woman. Or, if they see a black woman who's like a nanny taking care of some white children, they'll make it seem like, oh, she must have kidnapped those children. You see what I'm saying? So we know who the real people who have a real problem with interracial relationships. It's not us. It's actually the other folks. But like I said, you'll never see these black content creators bring that up. They'll always over focus on some black comments on social media, but they'll never focus on situations like this where people are actually having black and white uh, black and white interracial couples arrested for just being together. So, I mean, you folks let me know how you feel about this in the comments section. I would love to hear your opinions on this story, and if there are any updates that you might know that I don't know, or if I get an update about this story because it just happened, I just saw it. I will do an update on this story. So anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on the devil's back.